Sir Hamuel.
Hammy!
Say hi.
Say hi!
There's Prince.
You guys have
You
the
guys have, like,
similar
similar
mask. Same mask.
He's like, I just want to close the computer because that's my favorite thing to do in the world.
Oh, yeah, walk on the laptop. Yep. Welcome back to My Cat Calling, the new podcast for cat people by cat people. I'm Krista Moy, and this is the artist formerly known as Prince Gary. We have an amazing episode for you today. The fairy godmother of Senior Cats is here, Mindi, who is the one who somewhat forcefully pushed Prince onto me all those years ago, and we're so glad that she did, huh? We're so glad that she did. Oh, yes. If you're new here and you'd like to show your support, if you're not already subscribed, go ahead and scratch that subscribe button. You can leave a comment, leave a review, whatever you want to do to show that you're listening. We would love to hear from you. Now it's time for the mood check. How you feeling today, Prince Gary? He's got a little bit of a wet neck from his flea medication, so we're trying not to touch that, are we? Next up, we have our show and tell segments. Today I've got these little cat knobs from IKEA. They're like $2. I believe they're metal, really fun, sturdy. Love it. Next up, we have our cat thread segment. Here's what's in our cat thread today. That kitten was so cute. The little noise it was making and the way its ears perked up when the person started talking. Delicious. Next up, we have our muse room. Let's go see what's in the Prince Gary cam from last night. Wow, what a cutie. No wonder people are making such a fuss over you on TikTok. All right, we're going to take a short break and we'll be back. Welcome back, Podience. Today we have an amazing guest. She is a former Brooklyn native, now an upstate country cat mama. She has owned and fostered almost 100 animals, and most importantly, she is the one who introduced me to Prince Gary. Please welcome to the podcast the one who started it all, Mindi.
Hi,
Mindy. Yes. So this podcast literally would not exist without you because I was about to walk out when when you stopped me and you asked me, would you like to meet Boo Boo? And I was like, I don't know, would I? Maybe. But I think truly, like, I don't want to call you a fairy godmother, but like almost in a way, like, you know, you're like a fairy godmother to animals in a way, it seems, because you knew what, you know, now his name's Prince, you know, you knew what Prince needed, and I feel like there was something in you that kind of like sensed, I don't know, maybe I'm projecting too much of this, but.
No. For the record, we didn't name him Bobo. The shelter did that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a shelter name.
It's a shelter name, and they have some winners on there, but he just, you know, so a little backstory about how those events work and how he came to be there and how I came to slightly push him on you, but the best choice ever.
Best choice, like,
so,
hands down.
I think it was the best friends like mega adoption event.
Yeah.
So
there was like a huge pet expo.
Huge
like all pets, like not just
all
cats.
Pets. Yes, there was many animals there, and it's hard because I at the time was with a small rescue. What we're competing with at those events is animal care and control, who comes in with these adorable kittens because, you know, everybody loves kittens, and then there's the dogs on the other side, and then Best Friends always has a bunch of kittens, and here we are, lovely ladies of Canine Castle, with our old time special needs, and I think we had a few kittens which went immediately. The 3 kittens we had went first. We just had this crew of not what you go into a place being like, oh, I can't wait to zap that 15-year-old cat that is
That
missing
has
not.
all these, yeah.
Right, right. But we kind of get pushed to the back. If you notice, we were like in the
In the
corner.
back, I was like wandering through, like, where are the cats? Like, I don't even know where to go. Like, I just kept finding bunnies and dogs.
Yes. Oh, the bunnies too. The bunnies
Yeah.
were a big hit at those things. I can't remember exactly if you met Prince on Friday and came back and picked him up Saturday, or you
I
met him.
came back.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I had like claimed him, and then I was like, I need to go get stuff and then come back the next
Yeah.
day.
So the way rescue works is we'd look at the urgent list at the shelter. So it was
Okay.
ACC. They have a Brooklyn location, a Manhattan location, and a Queens location. And I saw the list of the cats, which, they don't have much chance of getting out of the shelter in regular adoptions. Either they're seniors, or they have special needs, or
Yeah.
their temperament is not great in the shelter. And you know what? Honestly, in the shelter, it's very hard to tell a temperament, because my Chili came there and he was like an advanced cat.
What does that mean, advanced?
Experienced owners only, like
Oh,
not
I see.
regular. The average person's, oh, he's gonna be tough to deal with. And I'm like, this is a lie, because he sat down on my lap, started purring, making biscuits, drooling, and giving me kisses. It's hard, and they get those ratings, and a potential adopter will see that and say, oh, I don't want this, because
Yeah, like I've never had, or I'm
I've
looking
never
for
had
an
a cat.
easy
Yeah.
cat. Yeah.
So I saw the
Sure.
list of the urgent list, and I saw Bobo on there. And
Yeah.
he was 9, black and white, with the cutest face. Sure enough, a few days later, we get the email of the cats we pulled, and there's Bobo on that list. And I was
Yeah.
so excited. You know his face, of course.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
he's just got like this. I don't know. It's like this
So
centennial
sweet.
face. Yeah.
Yeah, so sweet. Everyone that sees they're like, he's so handsome. Like, he's
So
just a handsome cat.
Yeah.
He's so cute.
Him. I
He's such
still
a
love him
cutie. I
so
know.
much. Then where North Shore Animal League rents us their truck. So we have cats come from our boarding facility. And I look at the list of the cats coming, and Bobo is on that list. I just want to smush the face.
Yeah.
So I see him sitting there in his cage, and he looks so, I don't want to say terrified, but he's not excited about that.
Yeah, not happy. If I know anything about him, he's not happy to be in a cage, not happy to be by himself.
So I just picked him up, and he crawled into my sweater, and he stayed there basically for like 4 hours. And I'm like, oh, you have 5. You do not need 6.
Yeah.
So
I know, he's very tempting.
So then the next, he did about 2 or 3 more events, and he'd sit on the floor with me in the Petco. Like, we'd take out the dog bed, and I'd sit there, and I'd have my lunch, and he'd just sit in my lap. And he didn't even try to steal the food. He'd just sit there, and he was just the sweetest boy.
He must have been on good behavior, because that's not how he is anymore.
Oh, I know, right? They trick you.
Yeah. He's like, no, I don't do that.
Oh, the event was coming up, and we're like, who are we going to bring? And we had decided to move Bobo to one of our Petco, like they have like the catio kind of situation. They house adoptable cats. We had in Bay Ridge. So we had brought him there, and I said, okay, you know what? Should I bring him to the event? I don't know. So I said, you know what? I'm going to grab him. I know he's probably going to hate me. He's going to hate the event, but he needs a home. And I feel like his person's going to be at this event. Thankfully, you were.
Yeah.
So I schlepped poor little Bobo in his little carrier.
Aww.
And we initially had him on the table, and he was like, he looked terrified. I'm like, this is not a good sell right here.
There's probably a lot of noise too, as I remember. It's a lot.
It's a lot for me as a person. And being a cat, like a sensitive older cat, you don't really, it's hard. So I had him on the lower end, and I'm like, okay, just giving him some time to decompress. And I remember seeing you, and I'm like, maybe.
Because I was walking around I looked at I did a whole loop around, and I was
for the audience, there were close to, I want to say 200 cats there.
Yeah.
About, with everybody and everything. So I said, you know what? I'm just going to take a chance. Would you like to meet Bobo?
And
you're like,
so it was Bobo, not Boo Boo? I thought it was Boo Boo. I don't.
100% sure. It was, I used to joke.
Either one is a heinous name, by the way.
Heinous name.
Either way.
I said, he's not out because he's older, and he's having like a little bit of a moment. And you're like, okay. And I put you in the little gated area, and I'm like, I know he's gonna sell himself, because when you get that guy alone and a lap, he's just in heaven.
Oh yeah.
And then I
total
left
lap guy.
I left you for a while. Like, because you're
Mhm.
only supposed to use those for half hour. And I'm like, shoot, I forgot about him. And I'm like, oh, if she had any problems, she'd come find me.
Yeah.
So I
I was in there probably like 45 minutes.
I
Just
know.
like,
And
like
I keep
taking pictures, texting them to everyone I know. Just
you see, I'm like,
yeah.
I know good things I knew good things were gonna happen.
Yeah,
And there it was. It was fate. It was fate. And
totally.
he really lucked out. Like
Yeah.
such and it's hard, like, because yeah, I'm not his official mom when
Yeah.
we have them in our care, but like you want the best for these babies. And
Yeah.
I'm nuts. So I'm like, oh, is he gonna be good? And I knew. I had a good feeling. Like I'm like, I don't need to check. I remember doing your application and I didn't even call all your references. I'm like,
She'll just take them.
yeah,
Just give
she'll
them
take
to she'll be fine.
And crazily enough, I said to my friend when we were driving there, Nancy, I'm like, if this doesn't work out, I'm just gonna have 6 cats and it's fine.
Yeah,
It's
that's
totally
one
fine.
of my questions that I was going to ask you. If he didn't end up with me, were you just going to take him? I don't even know how he made it into the system to begin with because
Do you still have his
he's
paperwork?
just solid gold. Like, I don't know how you don't, like, how do you not see this cat and you're like, this is solid gold. I'm never letting this out of my hands.
Gary. Oh, he's
Like,
so
he's
cute.
so good.
So good. He just is such a mush and he's so sensitive and you
Yeah.
want to like give him extra love,
Yeah.
but he found the right one.
I know, and I'm amazed that he has lived so long. I've talked about it on the podcast before. The cat that made me want to get an older cat is named Morange. It was a friend's cat. And he was like, we don't know how old exactly Morange was, but he was old. Had special needs, like the whole thing, very senior cat. Totally like was going into this, like not expecting Prince to not live that long, but I had no idea that he was going to like just be chugging along. Like he's like just got a clean bill of health last month at the vet. Like,
That's great.
yeah, like he had an abscess on his anal gland that ruptured. That was like a little bit of a headache. He had the cone on for a while. But other
Oh,
than that, his heart's great, like his blood work was great, like he's doing really well. Every time I take him in, they're like, just keep doing what you're doing, like whatever
yeah.
you're doing, he's really happy and healthy. I feel so blessed to have
I
rolled the
it's
dice
so
and lucked out.
It's so funny. People say senior cats, they're not going to be around for so long. The sad reality is I've had kittens that haven't made it past 5 months. You
Yeah,
never know.
you literally never know.
But I will say black and white cats have a tendency to be tanks.
Really?
Yes, yes.
Didn't know this.
My black and white one, he has IBS. Of course he does. He's a
Yeah.
hot girl on the inside.
Yep. Hot girl problems.
Yes. Yeah, black and white cats, and clearly, look at him. He is definitely that face.
I know.
I saw that face and I'm like, I need this.
Yep. I know. I don't know how you got. If it were me, I would have been like, all
Well,
right, he's just gonna be with me now.
that event, I did come across another recent poll named Wisteria. She was about like 14,
Oh,
black,
that's the one you sent. Yeah.
tiny, any issues. I'm like, well, you know what? Sure enough, a few months later, she got dental, moved in with me, and she lived till almost 19.
Okay,
with,
that's pretty good.
with kidney disease, which is a little tough on them.
That's really impressive for kidney disease.
She called me. She said, over here. And I saw this tiny little lady, and I'm like, this lady.
Mm-hmm. Was that her foster? Was that her shelter name? Wisteria?
Yeah, I kept it
Okay.
because I kind of liked it.
That's nice. That's a good
I
name.
mean, she became Silly String, Styria, Crazy Legs.
Yeah.
So many nicknames, but
All the nicknames. Yeah.
all the nicknames. They didn't name her. What was the typical name? Like the Oreo. We had
Oh yeah, Oreos.
Oreos,
A million Oreos.
Penguin, Cupcake, one Salem. We got a black one named Stanley, which I thought was hilarious.
That's great. I love a good cat name. I think a funny one that I just heard when I was at the vet was Leslie Nope. Somebody was checking in their cat Leslie Nope, and I was
That
like,
is
this is why.
fantastic.
I will say it again. Leslie Nope, if you are listening to this, please get into our DMs. I'd love to have you on the
Please
podcast.
get in touch. That's a fabulous name.
How do you come up with your cat names? You have really good ones. You have Chili, Lemmy, Hammy.
Chili was Chilean at the shelter.
Okay.
So, and he's a black and white penguin looking chunk. So he
Uh-huh.
became Chili Willy, which was
Cute.
a favorite cartoon as a child.
Yeah.
And not the most original, but it is what
Cute.
it is. And Claudia was Lunita. She was
Why?
like I can't call you Lunita.
I don't I don't even know how you come up with that name for a cat.
The
That's
shelter, I mean,
yeah, like, I don't know how people they just are like, "Alright, the name of my, nanny when I was a child." Like, I don't like, what is that? What is Lunita? No
so I
offense if
just
your
and she
name's
was so
Lunita.
pretty, and I just said, "Okay, we're just gonna call you Claudia because it was a cute name."
Yeah.
Like, she'll come and visit us. Occasionally, she'll jump on the couch, but she still runs from us. The problem with that is she has asthma, so I have to give her an inhaler twice a day.
Oh, no. How do you give
So
a cat an inhaler?
I will demonstrate on Lemlem, an arrow cat. So you put the nozzle over the mouth and then you pump it. So you
Just
put
like an
it's
inflatable.
a regular. Wait, where am I? It's
Okay.
the regular inhaler like this.
Oh, okay.
So it goes in here and
Oh, and then you pump. Okay.
yeah, and then they just breathe through here. Guys,
Interesting.
if ever they have a cat with asthma and you're worrying if it's gonna be a big deal, it's not. You get them used to this and
Okay.
it's fine.
Yeah, I think that's like what a lot of people are worried about with getting a special needs cat. Sounds a lot like the special needs cats get overlooked a lot, and people are like, I don't want to do the work. That's too much. I just need to chill. Because the tempting thing about cats is, they're low maintenance and
They are
you know,
not.
yeah, they're
And I'm
not.
just going to discourage anyone from adopting,
Yeah.
but you can't just give them food and leave them. I mean, my guys are very needy.
Yeah, I know. If we go away, we have to hire somebody to sleep here because
Yes.
Prince is just like
Yeah.
he gets too anxious without people.
He's so special.
I know, he really is. I'll do anything for him whenever
I
you
know.
need.
Like we haven't been on vacation in 5 years, and that's fine. That's fine. We don't mind. And the thing about asthma is a lot of cats have it, and people mistake like a hairball cough for an asthma cough.
Okay.
And they get it, from household toxins, like if you use too many plugins, they could have lived in like say a smoker's house. It's common and it's really not a big deal. Like FIV also gets a bad rap, which Hammy has.
What's FIV?
It's like the cat AIDS, basically.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So there's FELV, which is very contagious. Like you can't have cats with non-FELV cats, but FIV cats it affects their immune system basically.
Okay.
So they might get sicker, but they also could live. My vet tech had one that lived till he was 28. And the
Wow.
only way she knew that he had FIV was she took him in for a random blood test and he tested positive. We're like, oh, it's gonna, pass through my other cats. It doesn't. It's very hard. It's like a deep puncture bone wound that will cause transmission.
Okay.
It happens when they're outside.
Okay. How does a cat get that? Do you want to go down,
So
Prince?
when they're outside, like if they fight and one of
Oh,
them
I
has
see.
it, and usually it's like unfixed males, like
Got it.
tomcats that get it. Which also brings me into Lemmy's story of how Lemmy wound up here. I don't know if you want me to
Yeah,
start from
yeah,
the.
yeah.
Oh, okay. I was so excited to move upstate because I'm like, oh, it's gonna be great. Cats are gonna show up at my door, and I'm gonna have all these cats, and these old little frail things are gonna come. They're gonna be missing an eye, missing a leg. Not realizing that it is tough up here to live as a cat. It's cold. There's
Mm.
wildlife. Sure enough, a few months after we moved here, we were at my girlfriend's parents' house next door having Sunday dinner, and her mom says from the back deck, "Look, it's that little gray cat." I said, "What gray cat?" Because I put food out. We have food outside, and we'd see
Mhm.
like this orange one, and we have the cameras, of course. So we'd see this orange one show up, and then this other guy show up, and they'd never like you'd look at them in the window and they'd run away.
Yeah.
So this one's standing by the door, and I see this little gray fuzzy head, and
Aw.
he was so cute, and I'm like, oh my goodness! And I opened the door, and he tried to walk in the house, and then I picked him up, and I'm like, what? It's the gift from the gods,
Yeah.
and he had a little flea collar on him. I'm like, he's someone's cat.
Okay.
Great. So I'm like, okay, well, you know what? We could still hang out. And he followed us back to our house, sat on our porch. I gave him some food. I'm like, okay, he'll go home soon. And then we woke up in the morning and he's still on the porch. I'm like, okay. So the next night I put out like a water bottle on this chair we had with some blankets and he slept on the chair. And I'm like, oh no, he doesn't have a home.
Mm.
So I got him an appointment at our local shelter and they snap tested him and he was negative. Brought him into the bathroom, set him up there, and he just slept for 2 days. He did not move. He barely ate. He barely went to the bathroom. He just slept because he was so tired. It's tough.
Yeah.
You don't get a break. And now
Yeah.
you're in a nice warm place with food and
Safe.
water
Yeah.
and you're safe. He recovered from his neuter surgery for about 3 or 4 days. And then we let him out and he was wild. I'd
See,
be
he got you. He was
oh
like,
my, he got
this
me.
is
Yeah,
an
he
act.
got me. I'd be screaming, Lemmy! Every 5 seconds, he'd knock over the eggs, and he loves messing with produce. Like the kiwis are on the floor, the lemons were on the floor. Garlic is his favorite toy ever, which is poisonous. So I'm going to go to the shelter. It's kitten season. I'm going to foster some kittens to get him like a little, get his playing side out. So
Yeah.
I go to the shelter and I see the kittens. I'm like, okay. And I explain my situation. And this lovely woman, Erin, Delaware Valley Humane Society, she's great. She's like, can I introduce you to Harmonigus? And I'm like, oh, Harmonigus.
Is that even a name? Is that a word?
He's going to be good. And I'm like, okay, fine. So we brought him home and a bathroom quarantine for a few days. And Lemmy was just sitting outside the door, so excited. He like put his little paw in there. And we already started calling him Pammy. I'm just like, I can't refer to this as Harmonigus.
Harmonigus.
It's good. It was, I will say,
It's like
original.
something out of Harry Potter. Like, what? We have to get to the bottom of this. This is too good.
Normally I would wait 3 to 4 days before I open the door, but I'm like, second day, you know what? I think they're fine. And they were just peas in a pod. Got in the same bed, we're hanging out, so excited. And I'm like, okay, that's Lemmy. How's he going to do with like everybody else? And he is just like the perfect fit. He plays at the level of Chili. Claudia is in love with him, and she does not like any other cat. Chili is her cat. And I always worried because I'm like, oh, if anything ever happens to Chili, how is Claudia going to function? Because she waits outside the litter box, like right outside the litter box when he's going.
Yeah.
She's obsessed with him.
Why do you think certain cats are like so connected with other cats?
I don't know. It's just
mysterious.
Of all the the kittens, even the older seniors, they're drawn to him. Like they just want to be near Chili. He's the bubble.
Is that like
want to be in it?
Is that like an alpha thing, or what? Do you think it's like a?
Because if I had to pick the alpha, I would say Little is the alpha. Like Claudia, she's the boss around here.
It's not like a boss thing. They're just like,
no,
we
but
love
she was just so obsessed with him. Like he couldn't do anything without her. She had a little bit of a sad backstory. We pulled her when she was about 3 or 4 months old, and she was found with attacked by some animal. She had like scars and injuries, and because they didn't know, they had to do a rabies bite hold. So she had to be quarantined for, I believe it was 3 months back then. So she had minimal contact with animals, no contact with people, and she was just traumatized. So I understood. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna foster her. I'm gonna try to socialize her. She did okay. We do an adoption event, and she regressed. Like we posted her online. A year later, I'm like, okay, fine.
All right, one more.
I'm gonna take her away from her best friend. But thankfully, like Hammy is her go-to. She snuggles with him, she cuddles with him, and she's not one of those kind of, she doesn't just go to any cat. And she never found that connection that she has with him and now with Hammy.
Do you think Hammy has like a healing energy? Do you
Definitely.
think that's like because I feel like certain people are like that too. Like you're like, I don't know why, I just want to be around you. I just feel better.
Yes. I think he has it, and I think she has it too, because like when my girlfriend will have any back pain or an issue, or if I'm not feeling well, like she'll lay on us.
I feel like Prince has that for sure. Like he's very
he's a soother.
Yes. 100%. Like if I'm just like, or like anything's going on with me, he's just like, I'll just find him. Like he'll just somehow make his way to me and be like, I need to be right by your side, and like I got this. So what was your first experience with cats as like a kid?
I got my first cat before I was a year old.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Like your cat, or it was your family's cat?
Oh, well, a family cat.
Yeah,
family cat. My cousins, they lived in Jersey, and their neighbor had kittens, and they had this little white cat, Vanilla, with one blue eye, one green eye, and she was deaf and blind, as most white cats are, in one, like deaf in one ear and blind in one eye.
Wait, white cats are deaf in one, or deaf
a
and
lot
blind?
of them.
I did not know that.
Especially when they have the bicolor, like the one blue eye, one green eye. Like a lot of people say, oh, I want my kids to grow up with cats and kittens so they could grow together. I don't think for all kids should you get a kitten, because it was like a living baby that I could torture slightly. But she lived till she was almost 19, so she was a healthy lady. But yeah, that was my first cat experience. She was very tolerant, but I should have not done some of the things.
Yeah, I know. Kids don't really know that. And it's hard to teach. It's really hard to teach, for sure.
Yes. But cats, there was always cats. So she was the first. And then I'd find them on the street because in Brooklyn in like the 80s and
Mm-hmm.
90s, there's a lot of stray animals. Like I'd bring home
Yeah.
everything. So I'd
Yeah.
bring cats home. I'd bring squirrels home.
Squirrels.
Any,
Oh my God.
any animals. Remember, I don't know if you remember in the 90s, the possums started showing up.
Oh yeah. They're still
Yeah.
there
Yeah, they're
now, I
still here.
think.
We have them now, but they're much better looking up here. They look healthier. It's like less
Okay.
alopecia.
Yeah. Possum with alopecia. That is
They
such
don't
a horrible.
It is, but here they're healthy, they're cute. I know a lot of people think they're not. They eat ticks, they don't carry rabies, and
Yeah.
they're great.
They're
They're
so
great.
weird though.
So weird.
They're so weird.
So I just keep bringing home cats because I was like, I want more of these. Until I think high school, I brought home my second one, Monkey, who had a very bad paw infection. And my
Ooh,
mom was like, "Oh no, this is not happening."
this is where we draw the line.
And my
Yeah.
cousin got him. He lived 16 years there
Wow.
with my cousin. Yeah. And then my dad's like, "Okay, we have to get her another cat because clearly this is going to keep happening. So if we
Yeah.
plan it, we can get a healthy one.
Choose one. Yeah.
Choose one." So I got Zoe, my second cat. She did not have the best personality, but she was a kid. I wanted a kitten.
Mm-hmm.
15-year-old me had a way different brain back then.
Well, kittens
Now
are cute. That's,
kittens are
in your
cute.
head, you're like, I want the cute, but
The
then
cute.
the responsibility is
But
also there.
that kitten love quickly shifted to older cat, Zoe, and then we got Coco. Coco was my baby, the first cat that really loved me. We had that bond, that special cat mama
Yeah.
bond.
Was there anyone
But
that influenced you to be an animal person, or was just
my
something?
whole family was animal.
Okay.
My uncle always had cats. My cousins had cats. I'd visit family in Canada and Israel. Everybody, there was just animals everywhere. And I always wanted a lot of them. The special needs started, I want to say when I was around 25. I
Okay.
got my first CH cat, which is cerebellar hyperplasia, the wobbly cat.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've seen
yes.
those on TikTok or wherever.
Frida. She was also old. And she lived till she was almost 20. That started the push for, okay, you know what? Don't adopt. These cats need you.
Yeah.
The seniors, the special needs.
Do you have any advice for someone who's looking to foster or adopt a cat for the first time?
Go older.
Okay.
I know people are like, oh, but they might not live long. Look at the proof.
Yeah.
The proof is sitting right in your lap.
You can get really lucky.
Here's my thing about it. A kitten could be cute, adorable, playful, but you're not going to know that personality. You get an older cat, I'm not saying 10, 15 years, 5, 6.
Yeah.
You know what you're getting. They know what they're supposed to do. They're just really excited and happy to have someone take care of them and love them and cuddle them.
Yeah.
Cats are so often looked over, especially the older ones.
Yeah.
For silly reasons, I don't want to deal with medical care, or I don't want to deal with them not loving me. And a lot of people say I want my kids to grow up with cats. If I get an older cat, it's not going to bond to my kid, and that's so not true.
So not true.
So not true. All my cats love my nieces when they come here, and they've never met them.
I 100% agree with that. I co-sign that advice from personal experience. What I want to know is how do you think these cats, these awesome cats that are just older, how do they end up in the shelters?
A lot comes from when their owners go into nursing care facilities or hospitals, and the family has just too much going on to, deal with it. I have no idea. I don't know how this guy.
I have no. I mean, I know
perfect.
he's never spent a day on the streets. That's what I can tell you. He hates being outside. Literally freaks out if I ever try to take him outside, even with a harness. Has no interest. Clearly, just inside only. So
yeah.
I don't know what his life was like before, but I have a strong feeling it was indoor. But someone must have loved him a lot because
he was healthy.
Yeah.
And he wants a lap.
Yep.
That's his happy place.
I don't know if it's unique to me or he just wants someone. Because I feel like if he went to if he wandered out, ever got away, I feel like somebody would find him and he would just be like, all right, this is my new home now. Someone's giving me food and attention. I don't remember that other lady.
Is he still playful and
yes.
does he? things. Yes.
Yeah, he's
Aw.
still very playful, like, still jumps on, on furniture, like, he'll jump across, like, over the couch to get when his feeder goes off. He'll hear it because it's like my voice. I'm like, buddy, come get your food. And he hears it drop and he'll launch into the air like he's this like a tiny kitten, as if
He's
he's
like
not.
18 going on 4.
Yeah, he's like 13 pounds, like just barreling through the air. I don't understand it.
No,
It's
they're
great.
amazing.
Yeah.
They're amazing. Like he's not the word frail is not in his vocabulary.
No. He like you said, he's a tank. He's a
Yeah,
total. He's a tank. I mean, he's chubby, but
oh no,
he's
he's not.
all right.
I
Yeah,
was
he's
very
healthy.
when I took Chili to the vet. We had been shamed because of his weight. He was at the time
Yeah.
of his first weight. He was like 17 pounds, but he's a big boy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I will bring him in a second. He was a big boy, and the vet she weighed him 16 pounds, and she's like, I like this. He's hardy,
Yeah.
hunky, and I'm like. I love the vets up here. They're so nice.
Yeah.
Because in Brooklyn, every vet I went to with any of my animals is obese, morbidly obese,
Yeah.
and even just a few pounds overweight. But here, they are very happy with a hefty cat.
Body
And that,
positive.
yes, body
That's great.
positive. I mean, even Hammy, this is how I know he's an outside boy. He is pure muscle. Doesn't look like he weighs 17 pounds, but he weighs 17 pounds, and it is like
Wow. It's like muscle.
diesel. Yeah.
When we first moved to LA, he totally got body shamed. They said
Oh,
I know, he wasn't even that big. I think he was maybe like 14 and a half, like
but
15, like
it's
bordering
better for
15.
them when they're
Yeah.
older.
And they were like, we can't find his stomach. That's what they said. They were like, we're feeling like we can't. And I was like, what do you mean? It's right here. I can find it for you. It's right here. He's not like fully on it. That's why we got the feeder, just so that he could like have a little portion control. But I mean, he's fine.
How did he do with the move?
Oh man, that was a doozy. We had to like get him. We drove cross
Oh,
country.
you drove.
We drove because we didn't want to risk. I didn't know what was gonna happen to him in the air, and he's never been on a plane before. He was 13 at the time, so I was like, we are not doing that. And so I thought, drugging him for 5 days was a better solution than driving him across country. But he actually did surprisingly well. Every time we stopped, he would use the litter box, and then we had him like on a harness the whole time in the car just so that it
Oh,
would be
good.
safe.
Okay.
Like on a lead, we're holding him, but he's like he wasn't in the kennel. Now he loves being in LA. He's like
He gets sun.
he gets the sun a lot, and he doesn't have to deal with like super cold, so he likes it.
They're amazing creatures. When we moved here, we had just the 3 little Chili and Beanie, my old senior, and Chili. We got the gabapentin because I said he's gonna be a nightmare. Even in like a half-hour drive, it's like
Yeah.
the whole thing. Pretty much the first whole 2 hours of that drive, it was just crying, screaming, and I'm like, when is this gabapentin gonna kick? And
Yeah.
then it finally did. We were like an hour out. The other 2 cats were chilling in the carriers. Beanie's like, woo, it's a lovely ride. But they got here and they were so happy. I was so worried because, they're old and
Yeah.
like they were rolling around. This is the first time they had carpets. So they were so
Okay.
excited for carpet. They were rolling around on carpet.
Yeah.
We had that big windows. They could stare at deer and like squirrels and everything. Oh,
Yeah.
just happy as clams.
Is
I
there
know.
anywhere that you would like recommend people to follow?
If you're in the city, Astoria Cat Rescue, Alexia, I've worked with her. She's great. Just support your local shelters. Like the big
Okay.
ones, they get a lot of funding, but like the little shelters are struggling. Like little rescues, it's hard. It's hard. And especially now, like inflation and everything, they're struggling. And a lot of people abandon their pets because they can't afford to take care of them. And hopefully, like more affordable pet care will be available soon. Go for seniors. They're great.
Go for
Special needs,
seniors. Thank you so much, Mindy. This was
You're
such a
welcome.
pleasure.
It's so great. I loved it.
Well, that wraps up our show for today. Thank you so much for joining us, and to our guest Mindy and her Menagerie of Cats. If you want to find us on social media, we are at My Cat Calling. You can follow us and see videos of prints there and see the highlights from our latest episode. See you next week. We love you.